Howdy guys, lovely to see you again. Today we're going to be looking at the rockin' solo from Ghost Walking by Lamb of God. This is massive amounts of wind, so let's take a look.
Do you remember?
Alright guys, before we get too excited, we need to discuss the tuning. This song happens to be in drop C sharp, not D for a change, which is C sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, A sharp, and a D sharp at the bottom. So get yourself a tune and we'll get started. Alright guys, let's take a look at the first section. I'm going to start off with basically what would be in standard tuning, just a straight minor sweep with one cheeky extra note. So I'm going to play 22, 18, 17 on the first string. I'm plucking the first note and then just pulling off the last two. And then I go straight down the D minor arpeggio. So I'm going to play 18 of the second string, 19 of the third and fourth, and then I'm going to play 20 of the fifth string and then pull off to 17. So we've got all together. At the end of that, I'm going to hammer back to 20 from that 17 and then just work my way back up the arpeggio. So we're going to go. Okay, now I don't work all the way back to the high 22. This time, when I hammer from 17 to work my way back up the arpeggio, I'm going to end on the minor 7. So we're going to play 17, 18 to 20. So to go. And then from there, I'm going to reverse that. So it's going to go 17, 18, 20 as a hammer on, and then I'm going to pull off 18, 17. So all together. Hopefully that's making sense. I want to jump to 20 of the second string after that, back down to 17 of the first, and then pull off 20, 18, 17 on the second string. So all together. Hopefully that's all making sense. Let's have a look at the next chunk. I want to do 20, 18, 17 as a pull off on the second string again. And I jump to 19 of the third string. I just basically want to walk through this section in groups of 4 notes at a time. So the next group I do, I'm going to play 17 of the second string, 19, 18 on the third string, and then 20 on the fourth. So all together. Hopefully that's making sense. I then want to pluck all of these notes. I'm going to play 18 on the third string, then 20, 19, 17 on the fourth. And then after that, I play 20, 19, 17 on the fourth again, and then resolve that to 20 of the fifth string. So to go. So from the second little chunk we've got this. Hopefully that's all making sense. Then I want to work into this phrase. This is just, I think it's straight semiquavers. We're just working through a pretty straight scale idea. I want to start from 17 to the fourth string. Then I'm going to play 20, 19, 17. And then as soon as I get to 4th fret of the, sorry, not 4th fret, 16th fret of the fifth string, I'm just going to work my way diatonically up this harmonic minor or dominant phrygian scale. So I'm going to go, and when I'm at 16 of the fifth, I'm going to play 16, 17, 19. On the next string on the fourth, I'm going to play 15, 17, 19. Then the third string, 15, 18, 19. So we get the evil dominant phrygian sound. And then I play 17, 18, 20 on the second. And I'm picking all these notes. So really slowly from the start of that chunk. There's a little bit more to it, but let's go from the sweep, put together what we've got, and then we'll do the last chunk. Next bit. Hopefully that's making sense. Now the last little chunk of this section, we're going to go from 17 to the first string, and then I'm going to play 20, 18, 17 on the second string. Hopefully that's making sense, and then I do a pull off from 18 to 17 on the second, so I'll go. Okay, after that, I play 19, 18 on the third, and then do a bend on 20 of the second string. So I'll go. And that's the whole of the first section, so I'll play it relatively slowly and then we'll do it again with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. Guys, let's take a look at the second section. I want to start off with a bend on 13 of the second string, and then I bend it again, and I want to get that artificial harmonic. Get a gentlemanly vibrato on that, and then we work into this phrase. Let's take that slowly. I'm going to pluck the first three notes, which is going 10, 12, 13 on the first string. And then from 12 of the first string, so I've moved back a fret, I'm going to do a little bit of legato. So I'm going to hammer 12, 13, pull off 12, 10. So it'll go. Okay, then I want to hammer back from that 10 to 12 and then pull off back to the 10. So I'm going to go. Okay, hopefully that's making sense. I want to then jump to 13 of the second string and then back down to 10 of the first. At the end of that, I'm playing 13, 12, 10 on the second string, and just rolling that. So I pluck the first note and then pull off the next two, and then I do a bendy vibrato idea on 12 of the third. So we've got from the start. Remember the artificial harmonic. Bit of a mouthful. Hopefully that's making sense. Let's have a look at the second half. I want to start off, it's still around, I guess, this D minor pentatonic box shape if we were in standard tuning. I'm going to do a pull off from 12 to 10 on the third string, and then I'm going to hit 12 again and slide to 13 and then back to 12. At the end of that, I'm going to pull off to the 10. So I'm going to go 12, 13, 12 as the slide, and then pull off to the 10. So back to back with those two ideas. And at the end of that, I'm going to add a cheeky extra hammer pull off. So we're going to go pull off, slidey pull off, and an extra pull off. All together. Hopefully that's making sense. Then I just work through a couple of old school bluesy licks. Let's slow that down. I've got the pull off that we previously had, and that works into this. Nice and classic here. I'm doing a bend on 12 of the third, and then a flat pointer covering the second and the first string on 10th fret. So I'm going bend, just playing the second to the first string, and then pulling off 13 to 10 on the second. Okay, at the end of that, let's take this little phrase slowly. I'm doing a bend on 12 of the third, hitting 10 of the second, and then another pull off from 12 to 10. So it'll go. Okay, at the end of that, I'm playing 12 of the fourth, 10 of the third, and then a pull off from 12 to 10 on the fourth string. So it'll go. So we've got from here. At the end of that, I've got a pull off from 12 to 10 on the fifth, and then I hammer back to the 12. And then I'm ending on 10 of the middle two strings as a little chord, giving that some gentlemanly vibrato. So from the bluesy lick, from the pull offs and the slide, we'll do that, and then we'll put the whole section together. Alright, let's do it from the bend with the artificial harmonic at the start of the lick, and then we'll do it again slowly with some tabs. some tabs. Okay, let's take a look at the third section. This is pretty shred-tastic, so get on your shred caps, people. I want to start from, just clearing the old throat. I want to start from 9th fret of the 4th string. I'm going to play 9, 10, 12 twice. Okay, and then what I do here is I'm going to play 10, 9 on the 3rd. And then I'm going to play 12, 10, 9, 10 on the 4th. So it'll go... Hopefully that's making sense. Now I want to actually do exactly the same thing from the 3rd to the 2nd string. So what I'm going to do is play 9, 10, 12 twice on the 3rd string. And then I'm going to play 10, 9 on the 2nd. And then 12, 10, 9, 10 on the 3rd. So if I play them back to back, you'll see position-wise, it's exactly the same thing. We're just bringing the whole thing to the next string. So here we go, at a gentleman's pace. Sorry. Now be wary, you do need to end those phrases on the middle. I accidentally got the pinky involved. That might happen, but it will add too many notes to the bar. So just try and end on that middle finger. After that, we jump to the 3rd string again, and I'm playing 10, 12, 13 twice. And then I jump down to 13 of the 2nd string, so you might have a bit of a roll. I'm using my ring, but with whatever finger you have. When I get to that 13th fret of the 2nd string, I'm going to play 13, 12, 10. And then 13, 12, 10 on the 3rd. So that idea all together. And then I do the same kind of idea but from the 1st string. So I'm going to play 13, 12, 10 there, and then 13, 12, 10 on the 2nd. And then I want to play 15, 13, 12 on the 1st string, and then 15, 13, 12 on the 2nd. There's a little bit more to this section, but let's put all of this shred together. Hopefully that's all making sense. I want to do 2 delicious bends on 15 of the 1st string. After I've done that sort of angry-ish vibrato thing, I work into this phrase. Let's slow that down. I want to do a hammer-on from 13 to 17, back to 13 as a pull-off on the 1st string. Then I jump to 17 of the 2nd, back down to 13 of the 1st. So I'll go... Okay, now the next part that I do, I'm going to do a pull-off from 17 to 13 on the 2nd string, but slide back to 12. Hopefully that's making sense. Then I do a pull-off from 13 to 12 on the 2nd, then jump to 14 of the 3rd. Hopefully that's all making sense. And then just to finish that section off, I want to play 12 of the 2nd string, and then a big bend on 13 of the 2nd string. So it'll go. That's the whole section. Let's do it at a gentleman's pace, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. Here we go. One more time with some tabs. Okay, thanks for sticking with me, guys. 4th and final section. I'm going to start off with a sort of bluesy chord on 10 of the 2nd and the 3rd string together, and I'm going to do 2 muted chugs on 12 of the 4th. I'm going to do that 2 times in a row, and on the last time I'm just going to do 1 chord and 1 chug. So we should have 2 groups of 3 and a group of 2, making 8 notes all together. Hopefully that's all making sense, and then I work into this. Let's take that phrase slowly. I'm going to slide 10, 12, back to 10 on the 3rd. That's better. Chris, and then we jump to 12 of the 4th, and then back down to 10 of the 3rd. So all together. To resolve that section, I want to play 12, pull off to 10, and then hammer back to 12 on the 4th. So all together from the start of the section now. Hopefully that's making sense. This next phrase is probably one of my favourite licks in the whole solo. It's kind of evil, so prepare your ears for some good times. I'm doing a pull off from 10 to 9 on the 4th, then jumping to 12 of the 5th. After that, I'm going to pick the rest of the notes in this phrase. I'm going to play 9, 10, 12 on the 4th. And then from there, I'm ending on my pinky, so I use a flat middle here. You can use whatever makes you feel better. I'm playing 10 of the 3rd, and then 10 of the 2nd. So it'll go, and I'll resolve that to 9 of the 2nd string. Alright, let's try the whole thing from the start of the section. There's one more little chunk I want to add to that, but let's do what we've got so far at a gentleman's pace. Hopefully that's all making sense. I want to do a good time rock bend. I'm playing 13 of the 2nd and 13 of the 1st, but when I play them together, I'm going to bend the 2nd string. I'm using my ring, but I'm going to bend that 2nd string up. Then we work into a very, very quick pull-offy phrase, which is essentially the same thing 5 times, and then pretty much the same thing on the 6th time, but slightly shorter. So let's go through this 4-note lick. I've got a flat pointer covering 10 of the 2nd and the 1st string. I'm going to start off by playing the 1st string, then doing a pull-off on the 2nd from 13 to 10, and then hitting 12 of the 3rd. Now if you can sweep through that. You can always do the old Greg Howie hammer on from nowhere, where you just hammer to the string above the one that you're on. So I was playing 4 notes there. And I want to do that 4-note phrase, as I said, 5 times in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we go from the bend before that. On the last time, on the 6th occasion, I just want to end on the pull-off. There's only 3 notes there, and then I'm hitting a big delicious bend on 15 of the 1st string. So let's go from the dual sort of bendy rock idea. We're going to have 5 of the 4-note riff, and then the 3-note riff in the bend. So all together, of the second half of this section. Let's try and take it from the start of the section now, and then we'll do it again even slower with some tabs. One more time with some tabs. And that's my tutorial on the solo to Lamb of God to Go for Walking. Hope you guys have enjoyed that. Catch you real soon.